Dr. Jenny, welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
You've just come back from a great holiday in New Zealand.
I have.
Did you just have a recuperation, or was it a medical thing?
It was total recuperation. You have to go to the South Island and you have to go to this place called Wanaka.
Loved
which is
it.
just
I've
a little
been.
piece of paradise.
What was the best thing about Wanaka? Did you have snow when you were there?
There was some snow, but it was also beautiful spring weather. We had sunshine, the spring flowers were out, the cherry blossom was there.
And did you feed your brain while you were there? Did you relax?
Oh, yes.
Because today you want to talk about paying attention.
I do,
okay?
yes.
Why do we need to pay attention? Because I could be looking like this, say, yeah, whatever, Jen, yeah, whatever. Why do we need to pay attention?
Well, the main reason we need to pay attention is that you can't learn anything if you don't pay attention. And if you don't learn anything, then you can't form any memories. Lots of people worry about forgetting stuff all the time and distractions, which can also be the biggest issue for keeping good attention.
Distractions are a big thing because it's very
really
important to pay attention, especially when you're talking to people.
Absolutely.
Because I remember as a manager in an office, staff would have a problem and we were always trained that you need to be attentive and listen to them and synergise and all that sort of thing.
That's right.
And sometimes people go, yeah, Jenny, tell me your problem. Yeah, these days it's pretty easy to be distracted. More work, more communication, all that sort of thing.
Well, we live in this busy world where we just have all this modern technology, which, of course, distracts us a lot of the time as well. So it's going back to the basics and remembering that if you really want to pay attention to somebody, you give them, you know, good eye contact and you show them with your body language, you're actually listening to what they're saying and engaging with them in that way.
Do we do that badly? Do you think that society are not doing that as good as they should?
I think we're losing the ability to do it.
Why, Jenny?
Because we're not learning how to manage the distractions properly. We have to live with distractions, they're there all around us, but unless we recognise the impact they're having on our thinking skills, then really they're controlling us rather than us managing our distractions and being able to get done what we need to do.
Dr. Jenny, give me some examples of the common ways that we don't pay attention for those people out there.
Okay. Well, I've got a very good friend and she keeps saying to me, Jenny, I've got something wrong with my memory. I keep forgetting stuff all the time. You know, she forgets where she's put her car keys or her house keys, or she forgets where she's left a child, you know, in the local shop or something like that. And because she keeps forgetting things, she thinks that she's got a memory problem. And because she's now in her middle age, she starts to think, oh, well, maybe I've got the first sign of dementia or Alzheimer's or something. And I say, well, actually, no, it's nothing wrong with your memory. You're just not paying attention. So it's about remembering to stop and pause for long enough to pay attention to what it is you're doing, to bring it to your level of consciousness, because we do things in automatic all the time. We don't think about what we're doing half the time. We walk in, we've got all our shopping, keys tucked under the arm or whatever, and we just plonk them down any old how because we're thinking about the next thing.
The next job, the next thing on your mind.
Yeah, we're constantly future planning or worrying about stuff that's happened in the past. We're not thinking about the here and now. So we need to sort of factor in pauses in our day to think, okay, where am I going to park this car and how am I going to remember to find it in this car park when I come back?
Well, that leads to my next question. How do we improve our attention?
Well, luckily,
what do we need to do?
Luckily, attention building is really quite easy. And the first thing is to bring it into your consciousness to sort of say, yes, I'm going to pay better attention. It's practicing. It's building our awareness that we need to actually do things to build our attention, such as doing a crossword puzzle, something that you like doing, that you can really get into.
So how does that improve your attention, doing a crossword?
Because when you're doing something like a crossword, you're focusing your attention for maybe 10, 15 minutes.
On the crossword.
Just on the crossword. And you're managing to block out all those other things which would normally get in the way.
And to make us more attentive, because a lot of people have had, you know, the DS games that you can get that have the brain fit on there and all that sort of thing. Are they a great idea? Because
they're
that's
really
a lot of people
good.
Use them now.
And some of them will have games and activities specially designed to help build your attention. So they're a really good thing to do. But even simple things like spot the difference. You know, in children's cartoons, you have two pictures and you have to say 5 or 10 differences between the two photographs. Great way of really focusing your attention.
We used to do that a lot at school, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We used to have two pictures and you'd have to, I mean, Marnie's nodding, she remembers school, don't you, Marnie?
Yeah.
we used to have that at school. School's that place. That's all right, I'll tell you later. Yeah. No, but we used to do that, didn't we? We used to have the two pictures and you say, oh, you look at them first.
And you're always looking for the last one, which you can't find.
Yes, and usually there isn't another one, but if you're good, you'll keep looking.
That's right.
And sometimes you'll find something that somebody else missed. And I think that is a great tool. What else can we do?
It's really sort of scheduling brain breaks. We tend to sort of get up in the morning and then we go helter-skelter throughout the whole day without actually stopping at any point until we go to bed.
That's the big problem now, isn't it? Because like I was saying to you off air before, with all this new technology, people want their iPhones and their iPads and their Twitter and their Facebook and all these distractions. People don't get time just to be themselves anymore. It's always what everybody else wants them to look up and do and all this sort of thing.
So it's scheduling in you time, just maybe 10, 15 minutes here or there, a couple of times a day, and it will just make the biggest difference. It's literally giving your brain room to breathe, to give yourself time to sort of pause and reflect about stuff.
When you go away on holidays, Jenny, do you take your BlackBerry with you? Do you take your iPad? I mean, I know I take my pad to pay bills and stuff, but I don't go on there as a search tool or anything, unless I'm looking for holiday places. Is that a tool as well, where you tell people when you do go away, try and leave your iPhone behind, leave your technology?
If you can. I mean, I have to confess, I take my phone and I take my laptop with me, but I make sure that most of the time it's not on and it's not being used at all. I will just allocate specific times when I'll just go and check my emails.
So you wouldn't be in the pool and have your laptop there going,
oh,
let me see if Fred sent me an email.
But a lot of people are actually addicted to their technology.
I've seen it with the iPhone, everywhere they go.
Yeah, they can't not be with it. They feel nervous and anxious if they haven't got their connection to their iPad or their iPhone.
And I noticed that when people can't get the not the Wi-Fi, the 3G connection, or there's no connection,
jittery.
They say, oh my God, I don't know what the weather's going to be like. And they do panic, and it's like they've got this reliance on technology where you're saying, step back, have a deep breath, grab a book, grab an apple, get your DS going, go for a walk.
Yeah, all those things just to sort of calm your brain down. It's this feeling of overwhelm. We've got too much going on and too much information, which is actually diminishing our attention span.
I think you've kept our attention quite well today. How can we get more information, Jenny, if we want more?
You can go to my website, which is www.drjennybrockis.com. There's lots of articles on there to find more about.